Welcome to Trigger Point Release class, a part of our Gel Anywhere program. Thank you so much for joining me today. So what you're going to need today is to check in with your doctor if you've got any grumpy bits, okay? Just to make sure it's safe for you to be doing these classes. So what you might need today is a foam roller. It doesn't matter about size because we'll do both options. So a long one, a short one, some trigger point balls, and if you actually have a massage stick, that's an option for you to use as well, particularly if we do some floor things and you get down and that's not comfortable for your body. So what the aim of this class is all about, because this is so new, is it's just about getting your body to move a little bit better than what you're currently moving now. So we want to work on a pain scale. So 0 being no pain at all and 10 being excruciating and going, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So what we want to aim for is no more than about 8. So the reason we say that is because we want the body and the tissues in the body to actually go with the movement that we're doing. If it's above 8, what you'll find happens is your body goes, oh, I don't like this so much and I don't want to do it. And I'm pretty sure if any of you have done any trigger point or roller things in the past, they may be some of the things you might have experienced. So some of the things you might hear me say today are, is that cranky? And you will identify that by being a sore spot. So it's a bit sticky, bit sore when you go over it. So we're going to pay special attention to some of those parts. Another thing for you to recognise is if we do a body part that's not sore or grumpy, be proud. That is awesome. Okay, so we don't always have to find the cranky parts. So what we're going to do is we need to be able to test how we're feeling. And a nice way to do that is to come onto the hard surface, make sure you've kicked off your shoes and you're here with just the wonderful human that you are. You're going to take your feet wherever is comfortable, and all you're going to do is just do a few sit and reaches. What you're trying to do as you're doing this is just identify how your body's feeling as you do it. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Let's do one more. Beautiful. So now we've got a little bit of a measure. What I'd like you to do now is grab a trigger ball. So a tennis ball is completely amazing. That's normally a really great place to start. So you don't want anything too hard, and your body will tell you, and remember that pain scale. So drop the ball down onto the floor. We're going to give some love to our feet, because really our feet are the things that connect us to the earth. So we want them to be working and feeling amazing. So drop the ball under your foot to the base of the toes, all the way to the heel. Soften the leg that you're standing on. If you get a bit wobbly, either use a roller or a chair or some furniture around you just to make you more stable. Putting as much pressure as you feel comfortable through the base of that foot. Just breathing and relaxing. Let's do 2 more here. Beautiful. Now I just want you to be able to bring that ball into the arch of your foot. And I want you to evenly distribute the weight into your foot. Put your hands on your hips, and this movement is going to come from the foot up. So your body shouldn't be rotating. You are pressing down on the ball with as much force as is comfortable for you. And all you're doing is just internally, externally rotating that foot. So we're just getting this leg and this leg bone just to do some swiveling in that joint. Let's do one more and then we'll change feet. Beautiful. Okay, take the ball over. Underneath the toes, soften that other leg. Slowly bring the ball forward to the base of the toes, all the way back to the heel. Just breathing. Okay, bring that ball into the center of that arch. If you need to just pop your hands on your hips, we don't want those hips moving. We just want to engage that leg. Beautiful. And breathing. Nice and slow. I always tell everybody, if you've had a really busy day or been doing lots of classes, this is the time to slow the body down and really get inside your body. Beautiful. Just breathe. Let's do one more. Okay. All right, everybody. Just move our ball to the side. Now, depending on what roller you have, doesn't matter. Whether it's got knobbles on it or whether it's smooth, either way, we're going to be able to achieve what we want to achieve. So, if we're going to get you down on all fours, just a note here, a side note, if coming down onto the floor is not a good position for you and you happen to have one of these massage sticks, use that as an option, okay? It'll be a little bit different and it'll feel a bit different, but that's okay. So let's come on down. We're going to work into the top of our foot and up into our ankle and the base of our shin. So come down onto all fours. Place the top of your foot on your roller, and all you're going to do is just gently roll the roller up from the top of the toes, just up the shin. Now, some people do enjoy coming all the way up to the knee, and if you would like that, by all means, go ahead. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the other foot on. Hopefully you can see that. So it's going to hold the roller in place. And on the base of the toes, you're just going to gently shift the foot left to right. So it's like a dragging motion. It might feel a bit weird. Okay. Okay, bring the roller up a little bit higher. So now where you're aiming for, oh my goodness, there's some fans watching. Good morning, Cindy. Thank you for joining me. Sarah, oh my goodness, Lauren. Oh my goodness, so much love. It's beautiful to have you all here on my first live class. Hopefully you're joining in. All right, we're going to bring the roller into the midfoot. So that's sort of above where your arch is. So come on down, holding the foot with the other roller and just dragging it across. So left to right. Cindy is my big sister, so that's exciting when you've got your fam giving you a shout out, isn't it? Dragging that foot over, beautiful. It may not feel like you're doing much, but the tissues in there will respond. Well, I'm hoping they will. All right, team, last one we're going to do is we're going to come right into that ankle joint now. So once again, dragging that left and right in that ankle joint. Now, as I said earlier, if this isn't a good position for you to be in, you can use some of these same movements with your massage stick. Beautiful. Okay, let's change sides. Is that Marissa? Hi, Marissa, how you going? All right. Take that foot out. And last one here. Beautiful. Bring that other foot on top to stabilize the roller, coming down to the base of the toes and just shifting left and right. Okay, coming up to the midfoot. So that's about the middle. So just above where the opposite side to the arch. And last one, coming up into that ankle joint. Hi, Di. I love you too. Oh, it's nice having when all your friends are giving you lots of support, isn't it? Oh, doesn't that feel good? All right, team, come on up. What we're going to do now is, I don't know about you, but this has made me quite hot and bothered. So let's grab a sip of water. Is that Linda? Hi, Linda. All right, team. Let's just do a little check-in. So all we've done is our feet and our ankles. So let's just come back into that sit and reach and just see if any of that has made a difference to how we feel. So let's just take it down. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Now, in the comments, let me know. Let me know if anything feels any different or if it feels exactly the same. And either way, it actually doesn't matter, as we're just giving the body a little bit of movement. to hope make you feel better. All right, team. Now what we're going to do is we've given these ankles and these feet a little bit of love, so we're going to continue to do that. So I might face this way, and if you have a long roller, use that. If not, a chair or just something to give you some stability. So what I want you to do is bring your left foot forward, right foot back. Bring something stable into you. Maybe a chair won't work because it might tip over. No, don't do that. All right, you're going to push your arms one way and push your bottom the other way. Exhale. Coming back in, nice and tall. Arms are going to go out a different direction, and your bottom is going to go every time the opposite to your hands. Keeping those feet probably like tram tracks. Now we're going to change feet. So when you do this, you want whatever you're holding on to be quite close to your body. So one way with the hands, the opposite way with the bottom. Keeping a nice soft knee for both knees. Beautiful. Coming up. All right, we're going to change our scenery now. You'll notice that we've got a new addition in our beautiful scenery today, which isn't normally here. This is just going to help us make this session a little bit more inclusive. So getting down on the floor for some of you isn't as easy as it should. So we're just going to come into the outside of our leg. So producer, can you roll that up just a smidge for me? So what we're going to do is we're going to come, if you slide your hand down the outside of your leg, just below your knee or around the base of your knee, you'll feel like a little bump. It's actually just the top of the fibula, which is one of the bones in your leg. You're going to come to the wall, and you're going to place your roller on the wall. And all you're going to do, and actually even better still, if you can get skin on the roller, you'll get a nicer movement. Sometimes if you've got long tracheodacs on or tights, they kind of grip, and it doesn't feel, you don't get as nice a movement. So all I'm doing is just gently rocking the knee backwards and forwards. It is a tiny movement, and the foot isn't coming off the floor at all. I'm applying as much pressure as I feel comfortable, pushing in with this outside leg. Now this can actually be a bit of a sore spot for some people, so just go back to that pain scale. And one more drag. Beautiful. We're actually going to come right in the middle of where our knee is now. We're going to stay on the outside of the knee, and we're going to follow that same process. So using that outside leg to apply as much or as little pressure as is comfortable for you. This isn't about creating an awful experience. It should just feel maybe tender, a little bit tender, but it shouldn't be like really so painful that you actually don't want to do it. So nice breaths. Beautiful. Last one, we're going to come And you'll see quite often if you've got, that little bit of shift creates a nice pinkness. So we're bringing that movement and that oxygenation into that tissue, which is fabulous. So we're going to come just above the knee now. Same thing, soften the knee, apply as much or as little pressure as you feel comfortable. Teeny tiny rocking backwards and forwards of that knee. Last one. Beautiful. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue up the body. So we're going to come into a tricky place, but I'm going to make it easy for you to help you to find this location on your body. So we're coming into, if you put your hands on the side of your body and you internally, externally rotate your foot, you will feel that leg and that movement up here somewhere. Now it's a little bit different for everybody. So when you feel it moving, that's the place that you're going to pop your roller, okay? So come onto the wall, back again, softly bent knees. If you need to lean into the wall, go right ahead. Once again, pushing with this outside foot. And all you're trying to do is create a forwards and backwards drag across the roller. This can also be another cranky spot for people. And given that we're doing a lot of sitting at the moment, it can actually be super cranky. Oh, Marissa, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness, these can be your go-to things. Beautiful. Hi, Deborah. And Libby. Hello, big shout out to the Libster. Beautiful. Okay. Just keep coming back to that pain scale, no more than 8, okay? If it is more than 8, get off it, because we don't need to put your body through that. Okay. How's that feeling? All right. Now, our last spot that we're going to do on this side before we spin around and do the other is if you put your hands on the top of your hips, okay? So, we used to do that when we were little. We did that smarty pants look. All right. That's where you're going to sit the roller, on top of your hip. And you're going to do exactly the same motion. So the roller should actually be sitting on that hip ledge, okay? Same shifting. Hi, Lydia. So team, let me know. Let me know if you've got great spots or cranky spots. Or for future classes, if there's something that you want to do some extra work on, let me know, because I can always put something in to hopefully help you a little bit with that. Beautiful. Very slow movement. Great work, team. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do another check-in, okay? Because we've actually done one side of our body. Let's just see if anything's changed, but you may notice it on one side, or it still might just be, the same. So take a deep breath. Come down into that sit and reach. and just see if one side feels different to the other. Let's do 2 more. Last one here. Beautiful. Well, I don't know about you, but I definitely, one side feels different to the other. So let's come on around to this side, and I'm going to be on this different angle now, which hopefully it'll help you with a different position for you to see. So I'm going to pull my tights up again, just so I can locate that nice little bony intersection here on the outside of my knee. Placing that against the wall, pushing with as much pressure as is comfortable for me, getting that little drag forwards and backwards. Now, some of you will definitely find this very, very cranky. Other options you could do is use your tennis ball to create a shearing motion, so going left and right, the same motion that we're doing with the roller. If putting this amount of pressure standing up against the wall is too intense for you. Also, if you have a massage stick, that could be another option, a less intense option for you. Beautiful. Let's come on up now. See, I've got a nice little bit of pink, some oxygen, movement in that area. Let's come into the middle part of the knee again. Oh, that scenery, I've just noticed that. Isn't that so beautiful? That's perfect for our lovey bits today, loving our body, giving it some beautiful attention. All right, last one. Come up just above that knee now, left and right. Beautiful. Now, something that you might notice that sometimes happens with people is that one side might feel quite okay and that the other side is actually super cranky. Please know that that is completely normal in our bodies, and it seems to happen to a lot of people. Hello, Claire. We're on the other side of things now. Let's come up. So once again, we're going to find this position. So pop the hand on the side of your leg and gently internally, externally rotate your foot, and that's the place you will find, okay? So I'm sorry that I've got my back in this position, but it will actually give you a different angle than how we did it before. So shifting forwards and backwards across the roller, just to get that shear, that shearing, that dragging feeling. Beautiful. And the last one on this side is come back, put your hands on your hips, get your attitude on just for a second. And we're going to place that roller on the ledge of that hip. Shifting forwards and backwards. Some people actually think this feels a bit weird, and it can feel a little bit weird. Last one. Lovely. Grab a drink. Sometimes when we do this, you might find that your body temperature increases. And that's completely normal. So what we're doing is we're actually creating a lot of movement in this tissue. And of course, the oxygen starts flowing around and you actually have an increased body temperature. So if that's happening for you, don't freak out because you're thinking, gee, I don't feel like I'm doing a lot. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of options here. Sometimes being down on the floor, as I said earlier, isn't good for people. And sometimes we can kind of make do a little bit. Now, just a bit of a warning here. If you are somebody that has osteoarthritis or porosis, any of the osteos, please be very careful when we come onto the ribs. Okay, it's probably better in a standing position than in a laying down position, just because your whole body weight is on the floor, on the roller. So I'm going to show you the lighter option first. So what you could do is grab a ball, just hold your arm up if you can, and you're bringing it to the outside of the body. And all I'm going to do is just move it up and down, side to side. And where I am is right on the side of my body. So I'm not on any breast tissue. It is all literally on the side of my body. Okay? So if that's happening, if that's a better option for you, you stay there. For other people who are happy to be on the floor, come onto your side. Gently place the roller about chest height. Once again, please don't be on any breast tissue. Put this arm above, and all you're going to do, and it's a tricky move, but I push this knee down into the floor, and it's a teeny tiny lift of the hip. So all I'm doing with the roller is sliding it up towards the armpit and then back down again. Oh my goodness, this one's a cranky one for me. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. I don't know about you, but that's a rip snorkeler for me. All right, let's change sides. Coming down. Push that leg that's on the floor into the floor a little bit, just to slightly lift the hip. Now, what I didn't do for you is when we found the cranky spot on the other side, we're going to shift left and right. So let's come back down here. Now, as you come along, you will actually find cranky spots along the way, probably. When you do, stop on the cranky spot and just gently shift your body forwards and backwards. Then might have another one just up a little bit higher towards the armpit. Do the same thing. Just some gentle shifts backwards and forwards. Now, you know what? Because I forgot to do the other side, I'm going to go back there. So come and join me. Flip over again. Come back down. And find your cranky spots and just shift forwards and backwards on those. Beautiful. And I think I had one down just a little bit lower. Oh, Absolutely, we're finding the cranky spots today. All right, team. I don't know about you, but that was a bit wicked. Those shoulder blades, gee, there's lats, I should say, not the shoulder blades. We're getting to those. Don't you worry about that. All right, team. Where are we up to? We're going to do some shoulder blades. Now, please only use a tennis ball because this is a really cranky spot for people. Now, I'm going to show you the wall option first because for most of us, it's a better position to be in to do this movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the ball, and I'm definitely not taking my clothes off to show you the exact spot because that'd be a bit frightening. But what we're going to do is we're going to pop it between our shoulder blade and our spine. So pop your ball behind your back on the wall. Find that spot. Now, this arm, the ball is on this side of my body. So what I want you to do is drop that hand over your body and then use your knees to roll up and down. Now you're not rolling on the shoulder blade and you're not rolling on the spine. You are rolling in that little bit of tissue between the shoulder blade and the spine. And it can be very cranky. Oh, wow, feels good. Now there is a floor option and we won't go into that one today. I'm trying to make this so as many people as possible can enjoy this one. So we'll just stay here. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Okay, swap sides. Please do not roll the ball across your spine. Take your ball out, reposition it. Put the ball, open up that space by bringing the arm across your chest. Beautiful. Up and down. Some of you might find that your cranky spots are up towards the top of the shoulder blade. They're going to be in all different spots. But what I would encourage you to do is don't go overboard and stay here for a really long time. We don't want to make this tissue sore. We actually just want to get it a little bit of movement in there. Last one. Beautiful. All right, to just enhance that a little bit further, we're just going to move the tissue a little bit more with some extra movement. So coming down onto all fours if you can, curl your toes under and try and get as many toe digits on the floor as possible. You might have done this movement in some yoga classes or Pilates classes. It's quite a nice one. So exhale, pushing the bottom back, driving the arm under, exhale out the other way. Inhale on the way back, exhale on the way out. Let's change hands. Last one here. Beautiful, coming up. All right. I think that we will finish up doing some beautiful breathing. So what we might do is we might just come on to our glutes, and I'm going to show you how to do them on the wall actually, and then we'll go to the floor. All right, team, so grab your ball. Now, if everybody's been doing whatever, those glutes are going to be super cranky. So let's start with the tennis ball. By going to a ball that's harder, it's actually more likely to put you off doing this. So if you start with a softer ball, it's probably, you can always work your way up. So all you're going to do is pop your ball on your butt cheek, on that glute, and all you're going to do is move all around. So use your knees and just move that ball around. Now, I encourage all of my release people that when you find a cranky spot, don't stay on it for a long time, because tomorrow you'll say to me, Tam, my butt hurts. And I'll say, did you stay on that cranky spot for too long? And they'll say, yes. So it's just about getting a little bit of movement. And of course, as you watch this, you're probably all laughing. You're probably all laughing going, well, that looks pretty funny. But you can get everybody in the house doing it, and then you can all be funny together. Beautiful. All right, you keep going, and I'm going to come on down and show you another way of doing it that will put a little bit more force into your body than if you're doing it on the wall. So come on down, lay on your back. Now, I'm going to place the ball under my left side, and I'm going to slightly bend that knee, and my right leg is straight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rock my hips. So I'm going to roll over the ball from hip to hip. And every time I rock back, I'm going to move the ball. Oh my goodness, this is not flash. So gently rocking over the ball and moving it. You will find if you stay in that cranky spot, you'll actually make it really sore. So don't do that. Beautiful. Nice work. Take some deep breaths here. These glute muscles do a lot of work, so we need to be gentle with them when we're giving them some love and not overdo it. All right, let's change sides. So if you're on the wall, please just change sides. And otherwise, if you're on the floor, let's softly bend the right leg and straighten the left leg. And once again, rock from hip to hip, changing the ball position each time. Now, what's interesting to note, as I mentioned to you earlier, is that sometimes one side feels better than the other. Now, my left side was super cranky, but my right side actually isn't too bad. It's pretty cool, huh? Our bodies are so amazing. We are so lucky to have these amazing bodies. Last one. Beautiful. All right, coming on up. All right, team, we're going to finish up with some lovely stuff now. So once again, I'm going to give you two options. If you have a long roller, you can lie right along the roller. Otherwise, what you're going to do is you're going to place the roller underneath your knees if you've got a short one. So this is what this will look like. So under the knees, if you have a short roller, opening up the palms to the sky and just allowing yourself to sink down into the floor, okay? Otherwise, if you do have a long roller, what you can do is, whoops, is sit on the end of your roller. Whoops, I'm going all crooked. Okay, making sure that both your bottom and your head is fully supported. If you're wobbly here, take your legs a little bit wider. Otherwise, you can bring them in. Let your arms relax. Let your shoulder blades scoop around the roller. Come into the breath, allowing your tummy to rise before your chest. Closing your eyes if you feel comfortable. Last deep breath. Now team, sitting straight up off your roller when you've been laying in this position can make you feel a bit floopsy. That's a TAM technical word. So what I suggest you do is just gently roll off to the side. You may even want to just have a little lay down on your side just for a moment. And when you're ready, gently come up to standing. So all we're going to do now to finish off with is we're just going to do that retest, that last time, just to see how our body's feeling. So come off your mat onto the nice hard floor and let's just do 4 sit and reaches and just check in with our bodies. Now the aim of our class, as I said, is to just hopefully have you moving a little bit better than what you were at the start of the class. If you don't notice any difference, that's fine too. But know that you've given hopefully your body a little bit of love. So let's try. Last one. Well, hopefully you found a little bit of a difference somewhere in your body and your tissues. Let me know how you've gone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our first Trigger Point Release class live here on Facebook and everywhere else.